My name is Marquese Hayes, and I graduated in the December 2019 cohort for software development. Before 1150 Academy, I was actually in the logistics industry, working pretty much with business development. I don't know if you've done business development in the past, but basically the reward for business development is just more work. So with a limited chance for me to move up the ladder, I kind of thought out of the box, and I had a friend, he mentioned you should reach out to Scott Jones and see if you have any interest in coding, any interest in just IT. I went to the Intro to Code class, and it was just very exciting. You were able to see very quickly kind of the effects of coding, and it was just really cool to be able to say like, oh, I'm working through this is super tough, or I'm not understanding this code, and maybe nothing shows up, or maybe it's just in the wrong color. And then to be able to just kind of work your way into that finished product, and to be able to do that over a whole course of a class was pretty much when I knew like, okay, I think this is for me. I've never seen code. In fact, I think if I did see it, it was just, Starbucks, and you look at somebody's computer and you go, oh, you make a lot of money, or you're doing really well. I chose tech because everything is turning into a computer. And so for me, just realizing that's where everything is going, I felt that that was a safe industry and space to be creative, to take maybe some wrong turns, some detours, and know you'll have a job, and you will, or if you don't have a job, you'll be employable just because you have a skill set altogether. Where before everything else was, let's get a business skill, let's get a soft skill. Now everything is, okay, well, can you do IT? Are you able to code? The most challenging thing for me was changing my mindset. So coding is 100% a puzzle. And in a puzzle, you really don't get discouraged because you're like, I have all my pieces and I know that they all fit somehow. But in a puzzle, you always have to keep trying. You never know what that next piece will be. A lot of times in business and just in life in general, we want as much structure as possible to know where we are stepping into. It's already muddy waters, not trying to get my shoes crazy dirty. Like my mindset's just really shifted entirely around just like life. Like I've gotten very much used to being like, okay, well maybe this works. And if it doesn't, that's not the biggest deal in the world. So for me, it was understanding that structure might not always be there, and that in order to learn, I've got to fail. You got to fail forward. Everybody is gonna hear the same requirements. Everybody knows what the time span is. Everybody's got different responsibilities that they have to tend to outside of the classroom. And I think the best advice I could have been given early on was to take time to plan out what I'm going to do. If you're doing the planning, after that, just have a positive mindset. It is a buzzword, it's a soft skill, whatever you want to call it, but it is the number one thing that I think has actually landed me every opportunity, starting with EFA and now ending in Salesforce. It's really just been having a positive mindset, being able to say, I can laugh at myself if I didn't understand code, being able to laugh at myself if I looked at code for 4 hours and all it was a lowercase t. That lets you have some sort of longevity to be able to see some projects through. And so I think that can't just be stated enough. Have a positive mindset.